闭眼背雅思单词。
vested,
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 法律规定的、既定的。
The administration has no vested interest in proving public schools good or bad.
该行政部门在证明公立学校的好坏方面没有什么既得利益。
The administration has no vested interest in proving public schools good or bad.
simplicity,
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 简单、简易、朴素、直率、单纯。
The apparent simplicity of his plot is deceptive.
他的阴谋貌似简单，却具有欺骗性。
The apparent simplicity of his plot is deceptive.
magnify,
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 放大、扩大。
His glasses magnified his irritable glare.
他的眼镜使他怒视的目光显得更凶了。
His glasses magnified his irritable glare.
durable,
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 耐用的。
The durable high-impact plastic case is water-resistant to 100 feet.
这种耐久的高强度塑料盒在100英尺水深以内是防水的。
The durable high-impact plastic case is water-resistant to 100 feet.
summit,
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 最高点、峰顶。
We raced them to the summit.
我们和他们一路赛跑到最高点。
We raced them to the summit.
redundant,
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 被解雇的、多余的、过剩的、累赘的、冗长的。
Changes in technology may mean that once valued skills are now redundant.
技术的变化可能意味着从前受重视的技巧现在变得多余了。
Changes in technology may mean that once valued skills are now redundant.
impose,
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 把强加于、征、除以。
He was an imposing man.
他是个仪表堂堂的男子汉。
He was an imposing man.
condensation,
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 浓缩、凝结。
He used his sleeve to wipe the condensation off the glass.
他用袖子擦去眼睛上凝结的水滴。
He used his sleeve to wipe the condensation off the glass.
mammal,
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 哺乳动物。
Only about 5% of mammals are monogamous.
只有约5%的哺乳动物是单一配偶的。
Only about 5% of mammals are monogamous.
statement,
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 陈述、声明、报表。
We've got her statement on tape.
我们已经把她的陈述录在磁带上了。
We've got her statement on tape.
sensation,
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 感觉能力、感觉、知觉、轰动、引起轰动的事件。
Floating can be a very pleasant sensation.
漂浮会给人一种非常愉快的感觉。
Floating can be a very pleasant sensation.
wax,
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 给上蜡、给打蜡、渐圆、渐满。
It was recorded on a wax cylinder.
它被刻录在了蜡柱上。
It was recorded on a wax cylinder.
conquer,
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 征服、战胜、占领、克服、破除。
During 1936, Mussolini conquered Abyssinia.
1936年，墨索里尼攻占了阿比西尼亚。
During 1936, Mussolini conquered Abyssinia.
Continuity.
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 连续、持续。
Delivery.
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 投递、交付、分娩。
Please allow 28 days for delivery.
请留出28天的递送时间。
Please allow 28 days for delivery.
Urban.
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 都市的，住在都市的。
Most urban areas are close to a park.
大多数城区都靠近公园。
Most urban areas are close to a park.
Refer.
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 参考、查阅、查询、提到、谈及、引用、提交、上呈。
He referred briefly to his notebook.
他迅速查看了一下他的笔记。
He referred briefly to his notebook.
Sculpture.
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 雕塑品，
Both studied sculpture.
两人都学过雕塑。
Both studied sculpture.
Arable.
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 可耕作的，
The terrain changed quickly from arable land to desert.
这里的地形很快由耕地变为沙漠。
The terrain changed quickly from arable land to desert.
Manipulative.
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 操纵别人的，老于世故的。
She is devious and sly and manipulative.
他阴险狡诈，而且爱操纵他人。
She is devious and sly and manipulative.
Departmental. Departmental. Departmental.
部门的，
Community leaders say a complete departmental shakeup is needed.
社区领导人说，需要进行一次彻底的部门大改组。
Community leaders say a complete departmental shakeup is needed.
Discard.
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 丢弃、遗弃。
The next player discarded a club.
接下来的那位玩家出了张梅花牌。
The next player discarded a club.
Crush.
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 碾碎、压服、压垮、镇压、制服、压碎、压坏。
Andrew crushed his empty can.
安德鲁压扁了他的空罐子。
Andrew crushed his empty can.
Obscene.
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 淫秽的、猥亵的、下流的、可憎的、可恶的、大的惊人的、骇人听闻的。
Obscene and threatening phone calls are against the law.
猥亵電話和恐嚇電話是違法的。
Obscene and threatening phone calls are against the law.
Prohibitive.
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 禁止的、抑制的、令人望而却步的。
The cost of private treatment can be prohibitive.
私人治療的費用會高得負擔不起。
The cost of private treatment can be prohibitive.
Merchandising. Merchandising. Merchandising.
銷售規劃，
We are selling the full range of World Cup merchandising.
我們正在出售世界盃的所有附帶商品。
We are selling the full range of World Cup merchandising.
Attentive.
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 注意的、專心的、關心的、體貼的。 留意的。
At society parties, he is attentive to his wife.
在社交聚会上，他对妻子体贴殷勤。
At society parties, he is attentive to his wife.
Flame.
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 发火焰，燃烧。
Ever been flamed?
收到过攻击性电子邮件吗？
Ever been flamed?
Subsidy.
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 津贴、补助金。
Many farmers have to depend on subsidies to make a living wage.
许多农民不得不依靠补助来维持基本的生活需要。
Many farmers have to depend on subsidies to make a living wage.
Moribund.
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 垂死的，即将灭亡的，即将结束的。
Melatonin. Melatonin. Melatonin.
褪黑激素。
Embed.
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 把嵌入、扎牢，使深流脑中。
The fossils at Dinosaur Cove are embedded in hard sandstone.
恐龙湾中的化石嵌在坚硬的砂岩中。
The fossils at Dinosaur Cove are embedded in hard sandstone.
Liver.
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 生活者、居住者。肝脏。
The largest organ in the body is the liver.
体内最大的器官是肝脏。
The largest organ in the body is the liver.
Promising.
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 有希望的，有前途的。
She is among the most promising players in her age group.
在她那个年龄组中，她是最有前途的选手之一。
She is among the most promising players in her age group.
Probability.
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 可能性，概率。
Without a transfusion, the victim's probability of dying was 100%.
不输血的话，该患者的死亡概率是100%。
Without a transfusion, the victim's probability of dying was 100%.
Counsel.
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 商议、劝告。
He had always been able to count on her wise counsel.
他总是能够指望他明智的忠告。
He had always been able to count on her wise counsel.
Consequential.
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 结果的，随之发生的。
From a medical standpoint, a week is usually not a consequential delay.
从医学观点看，1周通常不被视为是严重的拖延。
From a medical standpoint, a week is usually not a consequential delay.
Stainless.
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 不锈的，无污点的，无瑕疵的。
It's possible to weld stainless steel to ordinary steel.
将不锈钢和普通钢焊接在一起是可能的。
It's possible to weld stainless steel to ordinary steel.
Prevail.
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 流行、盛行，占优势、战胜。
A similar situation prevails in Canada.
同样的情况在加拿大也普遍存在。
A similar situation prevails in Canada.
Tranquility.
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 宁静、安静。
Metro.
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 地下铁路。
A new metro runs under the square, carrying hundreds of thousands who used to cycle to work.
一条新地铁在广场下面运行，载着数以千计过去骑自行车上班的人们。
A new metro runs under the square, carrying hundreds of thousands who used to cycle to work.
Minimize.
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 是减到最低限度，最小化。
Browse.
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 吃嫩叶或草，浏览。
She browsed in an upscale antique shop.
Intensify.
使增强，使加剧。
The Allies are intensifying their air campaign.
盟军在加强他们的空中军事活动。
The Allies are intensifying their air campaign.
Physician.
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 内科医生、医师。
Well, physicians make judgment calls every day.
其实，医生们每天都会做出一些本能的判断。
Well, physicians make judgment calls every day.
Futile.
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 无效的、无用的、无意义的、没出息的、琐细的。
He brought his arm up in a futile attempt to ward off the blow.
他出于挡住这一击的无谓企图，抬起了他的胳膊。
He brought his arm up in a futile attempt to ward off the blow.
Engross.
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 使全神贯注，占据全部注意力和时间。
He is an engrossing subject for a book.
它是非常有趣的写书题材。
He is an engrossing subject for a book.
Confuse.
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 使混乱、混淆，使迷惑，使糊涂。
It was a tad confusing.
这叫人有点糊涂。
It was a tad confusing.
Portion.
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 部分，一份。
A supersized portion of fries contains 600 calories.
一个超大份炸薯条含600卡路里。
A supersized portion of fries contains 600 calories.
Tragic.
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 悲惨的，悲剧的。
It was just a tragic accident.
这只是一场悲惨的事故。
It was just a tragic accident.
Abate.
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 减轻，降价。
The storms had abated by the time they rounded Cape Horn.
暴风在他们绕过好望角时已经减弱了。
The storms had abated by the time they rounded Cape Horn.
Amass.
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 积聚，
How had he amassed his fortune?
他是如何聚集起他的财富的？
How had he amassed his fortune?
Acumen.
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 敏锐，精明。
He lacked the judgment and political acumen for the post of chairman.
他缺少作为主席的判断力和政治敏锐性。
He lacked the judgment and political acumen for the post of chairman.
Souvenir.
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 纪念品、纪念物。
Vendors were doing a brisk trade in souvenirs.
小贩们的纪念品生意很兴隆。
Vendors were doing a brisk trade in souvenirs.
Climate.
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 气候、风气、思潮。
What a damnable climate we have.
我们这的气候多讨厌啊！
What a damnable climate we have.
Economic.
economic.
economic,
经济的，经济上的，经济学的，
Economic recovery is here.
经济复苏现在开始了。
Economic recovery is here.
bronchitis,
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 一、支气管炎，
He was in bed with bronchitis.
他身患支气管炎，卧病在床。
He was in bed with bronchitis.
explore,
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 探险、探索、仔细检查、探究。
I just wanted to explore on my own.
我只是想独自考察一下。
I just wanted to explore on my own.
veterinarian,
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 兽医、
grin, grin, grin,
咧嘴笑。
Anna grinned slyly.
安娜会意的咧嘴笑了。
Anna grinned slyly.
grip,
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 握紧、抓牢，吸引住的注意力。
She gripped the rope.
她紧紧抓住绳子。
She gripped the rope.
eruption,
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 爆发、发作。
Over 200 people have been killed by volcanic eruptions.
已有200多人死于火山喷发。
Over 200 people have been killed by volcanic eruptions.
bored,
board,
bored,
反、委员会。
We have 6 gyros on board.
我们船上有6个陀螺仪。
We have 6 gyros on board.
crust,
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 硬层、硬表面、地壳、面包皮。
He sat down to remove his mud-crusted boots.
他坐下来，脱掉沾满泥土的靴子。
He sat down to remove his mud-crusted boots.
grid,
Grid.
grid,
格子、山格，地图上的坐标方格。输电网、煤气输送网。
The Ferrari driver was starting second on the grid.
那位法拉利赛车手排在起跑线的第2位。
The Ferrari driver was starting second on the grid.
grim,
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 严厉的、可怕的、讨厌的。
They painted a grim picture of growing crime.
他们描绘了一个犯罪增长的严酷局面。
They painted a grim picture of growing crime.
constantly, constantly, constantly,
经常、不断的。
I worry about her constantly.
我一直在为他担心。
I worry about her constantly.
statistics, statistics, statistics,
统计数字、统计资料、统计学。
Official statistics show real wages declining by 24%.
官方统计数据表明，实际工资水平下降了24%。
Official statistics show real wages declining by 24%.
enrich,
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 充实、使丰富、使富裕。
He will drain, rather than enrich, the country.
它将耗尽而不是增加国家的财富。
He will drain, rather than enrich, the country.
Section.
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 部分、部门、截面。
A section of the Bay Bridge had collapsed.
海湾大桥有一部分坍塌了。
A section of the Bay Bridge had collapsed.
Stuff.
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 原料、材料。
This is high quality stuff.
这是高品质的东西。
This is high quality stuff.
Offspring.
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 子女、后代、产物。
Eleanor was now less anxious about her offspring than she had once been.
这时，埃莉诺已不像以前那样为子女担忧了。
Eleanor was now less anxious about her offspring than she had once been.
For the sake of. forthesakeof. For the sake of.
为了的利益。
For the sake of historical accuracy, please permit us to state the true facts.
为了历史的准确性，请允许我们说出事实真相。
For the sake of historical accuracy, please permit us to state the true facts.
Foil.
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 薄纸，
Pour cider around the meat and cover with foil.
在肉的四周倒上苹果酒，然后盖上薄纸。
Pour cider around the meat and cover with foil.
Threaten.
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 威胁、恐吓，预示快要来临，是的征兆，可能发生。
It's threatening to rain.
天可能要下雨。
It's threatening to rain.
Strain.
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 拉紧、绷紧、扭伤、拉伤、过劳、极度紧张。
I had to strain to hear.
我不得不努力地听。
I had to strain to hear.
Otherwise.
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 另样用别的方法，在其他方面。
This is the one blemish on an otherwise resounding success.
这就是唯一那点小缺陷，否则将是圆满的成功。
This is the one blemish on an otherwise resounding success.
Effect.
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 作用、影响、结果、效果。
The effect has proved hard to reproduce.
这种效果经证实很难再造。
The effect has proved hard to reproduce.
Indifferent.
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 冷漠的，不关心的。
He was mute, distant, and indifferent.
他缄默无言，对人疏远而且冷漠。
He was mute, distant, and indifferent.
Keen.
ken.
Keen.
热衷的、热心的、渴望的、敏锐的、敏捷的、激烈的、紧张的、锋利的。
You're not keen on going, are you?
你不是很想走，对吗？
You're not keen on going, are you?
Intrigue.
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 密谋、施诡计，引起极大兴趣，迷住。
The novelty of the situation intrigued him.
那种新奇的情景激起了他的好奇心。
The novelty of the situation intrigued him.
Nutrition.
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 营养，营养学。
There are alternative sources of nutrition to animal meat.
有能替代动物肉类的其他营养来源。
There are alternative sources of nutrition to animal meat.
Voyage.
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 旅行、航行、飞行。
Goodbye. Bon voyage.
再见，一路平安。
Goodbye. Bon voyage.
Cereal.
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 谷类植物，谷物，谷类食物。
He ate a large bowlful of cereal.
他吃了一大碗谷类早餐。
He ate a large bowlful of cereal.
Visible.
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 可见的，看得见的，有形的，明显的，显而易见的。
The warning lights were clearly visible.
警示灯清晰可见。
The warning lights were clearly visible.
Cruise.
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 航游、巡航，缓慢巡行。
I've always wanted to go on a cruise.
我一直想去乘船旅游。
I've always wanted to go on a cruise.
Absenteeism.
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 旷课、旷工。
Marker.
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 标记、标志。
He put a marker in his book and followed her out.
他在书里加了一个书签，就随他出去了。
He put a marker in his book and followed her out.
Solemn.
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 庄严的、隆重的、严肃的、认真的。
His solemn little face broke into smiles.
他那严肃的小脸绽开了笑容。
His solemn little face broke into smiles.
Unexpected.
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 想不到的、意外的。
His death was totally unexpected.
他的死完全出人意料。
His death was totally unexpected.
Pathology.
patholog.
Pathology.
病理学、病变。
Option.
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 选择，选择的物，选课。
She weighed her options.
他在各种选择间权衡斟酌。